yesterday, or the last time we were doing the WaterWell model, I did we did some trimming for the ivy, like a barked ivy, and I have some ivy leaves here that we can do for. I'm gonna do some alpha cards and put some leaves on that ivy vine. I don't know. This stuff doesn't seem too bad. I know that I don't think I want to use this stuff. I think I was gonna just end up in here doing some things. Maybe. For my wood ends. You know, I was trying to get like that radial end piece going in there. It's kind of offset from the, like, it's kind of high res, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Is there anything else that you think like a WaterWell could use? I want to, you know, do you guys have any suggestions? I made these things up real quick, but I do remember that I was working on like cracks, trying to put some more cracks in here for the split wood. Not all of these have to have that though, I guess. I need all this stuff to load up. So I have no idea what I'm looking at here. Nails. Water stains. It's tough. I mean, with Substance Painter here too, this is gonna lag a little bit since things are. They're taking their time computing. I'm gonna drop this to 1024 and see if that works for me better. That seems a little bit better. Getting some faster reactions here. On Substance Painter here, like these are my masks that I'm using. Like I made one of these guys and painted some stuff in there and just started duplicating some things. I think this paint, yeah. That's what I did, was I did a little bit of that. And then I just painted out the stuff that I wanted to keep. Okay, so now it's masked out to those. Okay, so I can still do some things with these cracks. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to duplicate this layer again. See how I duplicated it a couple times? And we're gonna come over to this fill. Let's go to 2D view and see this thing as flat as possible so I can move it around. But yeah, you see how if I'm in a fill node with 2D view, I can actually move it around. And we could do some things. I'm gonna take off the paint. I want to see all this stuff happen. And you know how it's sticking to just the wood is because I have it in a folder where it's masked out doing the right thing. So actually I'm going to rotate this thing. We'll do like a 90-degree rotate. That way I'm getting different shape cracks where I'm putting some of these details at. And usually I'm trying to line these shapes up to like where the cracks should be occurring. But, you know, honestly, they don't look too bad wherever I put them. And what I need to do is just mask out now. Let me delete this paint and put another paint in here. Whoops. Add a paint, and I'm just going to come in here with black and paint out the stuff that's already been done in these areas. Try to see this stuff and be like, okay, well, if I already have cracks in here, it really doesn't look that bad. I'm actually still getting some good cracks in all this model, so yeah, whatever. It's all cracked wood. You know what I'm gonna do though, is I'm going to change some things with this so that we're not getting the same level of cracks. I'm gonna raise the value of them or lower the value, I don't know. They shouldn't be too obnoxious looking. Maybe, you know, play with the height. Yeah, let's just do a little bit of height, lower that down a little bit more. That way some of the cracks are more subtle and some of them are bigger. I don't know, go deeper with them if I wanted to. I think that's just a little too obnoxious looking though. Be very gentle with realistic stuff because it's you know, it can build up really fast. I mean, you see how like obnoxious looking my bricks look because the height is so intense on it. I still need, these guys still need a lot of love. They're not done. I need to, you know, make sure that this stuff needs, that this stuff works together. And we'll duplicate one more and see if I can squeeze some stuff in here if I ever need it. I'm not anticipating that though. I'm grabbing the wrong fill right now. I need to grab this fill, bring it on down. I actually don't have any like of the circularized pattern on there though. So I need to work with that. Scale it down and see if we can line some stuff up here. And this one, I'll make it a little bit more intense with the height. Here is my wood grain. Let me duplicate this effect and just move that as well. There you go. That works. You guys are not, if you need stuff to go into Maya, it's just because you have to adjust the UVs and stuff, okay? I only recommend you load up base color and normal maps for Maya, okay? Roughness, metal, like these are all, that's all Arnold stuff. If you need that to be plugged in, I don't recommend you diving into that if you're not really going to render it. As long as I would say as long as the base color and normal look good, then stuff's going to look good in Sketchfab probably. Okay, but yeah, I wouldn't worry about exporting anything to Maya like roughness or metal, because Maya uses specularity, which is just different, and it's just going to render differently. So I don't want that ruining your model and you know, and disheartening you like you're doing something wrong. Where is this where's my other leaf at? I need to do some work on this leaf. It is pretty bright. I need it to be more of this color, so let's do some color correction here. I'm gonna do a filter on this. Or maybe I should do a levels. Let me try a levels first on base color. See if I can just kind of tweak some stuff around. This is just like saturated though. It is base color, but I don't. There we go. Just bring some of that down to start things off here. Let me see if I can clamp a little bit more saturation out of it. You know, try to move some things around and see if you can. That's not looking too bad. Just a little bit of back and forth. This might, you know what, this might be the underside of the leaf and this might be the top side of the leaf. So I gotta be careful here. I don't want them to look too different from each other, honestly, so it's kind of weird. You know, I did have, I wonder if I could do something. Because I feel like I plugged in opacity and it just grabbed like the vines. I wonder if I can isolate those vines and try to make these guys brighter too. Duplicate this layer. Oh, it's not visible. It's like, it's not doing anything. Divide, inverse. You see if there's any effects in here that'll give me some stuff. Linear dodge, subtract, inverse, difference, exclusion. Turn that off. Yeah, this is kind of weird. That kind of did something. Just like desaturated it a little bit more. See, I remember plugging this thing into opacity though, and it kind of just had like the leaf veins in there. So I was trying to see if I could isolate that out, but yeah, it doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, this model, honestly, I should have just duplicated this model out and just made a different shape and just kind of cut it into a different shape for this guy. That probably would have been a better idea. I could try to duplicate this guy and see if we can plaster some of the effects on it maybe though. Let me know if you guys think of anything. All right, don't feel bad if you feel like you're pulling me around or anything, pulling me out of this. Using a transform node here, rotate it around. I guess that's good. Line it up. Let me lower the opacity on this thing so we can see. That's not helping any. You turn opacity off on this thing. There we go. So I'm just trying to like move this leaf around. This thing's just like locking in like degrees here. It really sucks. Let me go up to like 110 on the scale. Size it up a little bit more. 120. This looks kind of obnoxious looking. I don't know if this is really selling. Shrink it down again. I think what's important is I need to make sure that my like root there for the veins gets locked in at that one spot. Maybe 115 is like where I need to be. Offset Y. Just like take it up or down. That's too high. Try 13. Okay. I think this will work right here. So you kind of see what I did there. I put a little bit of those vines in. The veins. I don't want it to be completely like this though, so I'm gonna work with that a little bit more. Because right now it's kind of doing that. Actually, yeah, if I just raise the lower the opacity down, this should give me a good effect there. It's like a heartbeat there. Just brightening up on a little bit with a little bit of that. And now we can see just a little bit of extra influence to make these leaves seem like they're similar. Hot dog, I didn't think I'd be able to do that. Going out on a limb on that one. Okay, that could definitely work. Maybe a little bit brighter. There. No one will know the difference.